Was there ever a moment in this band where you guys sort of realized like you had something special, you know what I mean? Where you realized it was like more than just like a couple people playing together, you actually had like a solid band, you know?
Yeah. Usually we cite CMJ 2006, which was like only 10-11 months after we formed. We played that festival in New York, and there were like 5 or 6 shows we played in less days, and we met our first booking agent there, and things are like going really well, and we kind of just like realized that this is something that we should probably be putting like all of our energy into, instead of just like weekends or
industry people come up to you and be like, I want to work with you, and it was like, work? Oh, we can work with this. Yeah. That'll do.
Definitely a moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest moment of like launching off. So
have you guys had like any sort of weird cartoonish moments where you're almost like, how is this even happening? Like, this is not normal. People don't deal with this type of stuff. Anything like that?
Oh, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Either in a very beautiful, positive way, and sometimes just ridiculously terrible ways. You know, just funny like band things, you know, getting not only like your van towed, but your trailer too, and being in a city you don't know. Like things like that, where it's like, wow, you know, this is how we spend our Sundays. Yeah. And what are our friends doing? They're probably, they're probably sleeping, and then they're going to go to a barbecue. That's, you know, like moments like that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's how you cut your teeth, right? Like, you know, that DIY ethic and stuff. Is that still important to the band, you know, like that whole sense? I get the impression you guys really came up in that.
Yeah, well, we started playing, like, you know, only house parties for, like, first 4 or 5 months. And there's definitely, we've played a lot of shows still. Probably on this tour there'll be a few, like, really kind of small clubs. We don't get to play as many, like, you know, house parties anymore. But, you know, we want to be playing the full span of kinds of venues, you know, like really small, like dive bars, and, you know, hopefully a few, like, really big festivals, or... Like on Saturday we played the Molson Amphitheater, which was a lot of fun. So yeah, we wanted to keep it dynamic, keep changing things, and, you know, growing. So
as a band that like came up, you know, doing, I guess, like house parties like you were saying, then you play like a festival like that. How do you guys like connect with the person with the crappy seats at like the back? Yeah. How do you guys keep that?
You know, I think the best that you can do is enjoy what you're doing on stage, and hopefully that projects to them, and they feel good too.
Yeah.
You know, you can't like call them out and be like, hey, this is for you, and this is going to make you feel better. But, you know, if you play as well as you can, and you're really having a good time, chances are that's going to get passed on.
Translate to other people.
Yeah.
Right on. I guess last question, what are you guys listening to that's new? So something came out in the last year or two that you're really digging. Any favorites?
Maps and Atlas's new album is stunning. That was just the first time I heard it. It was one of the first albums that of new music that I listened to from beginning to end, and was just like, wow.
Repeat.
That was beautiful. And I mean, that has happened a few times. I'm pretty out of the loop though, so.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Can you even do like a shout out to a band that you maybe played with or whatever, you know? Like.
Yeah, well, let's see. Yeah, we, our friends in this band called Princeton just finished their second record, and they worked with Andrew Morey, who co-produced our most recent album, The Orchard. And we got to hear a few tracks like as they're getting mixed, and it sounds like awesome. So I think that'll hopefully be coming out sometime soon. But
I recently, earlier this summer, I heard Camera Obscura for the first time.
Cool.
And I've only heard like a few tracks, so I can't speak about a specific album. But I really liked those songs that I heard. I was very into them.
Nice. I have to ask this as well. I totally forgot, but Chris Walla produced this record, right? Or he mixed it.
He mixed 9 out of the 10,
Yeah.
and Rostam from Vampire Weekend did the song "Do You Remember."
So I mean, what's it like working with those two dudes? You know, like what do they bring to the table? You know,
Enormous talents that that are just new perspectives and ears that we can use.
did you know that they were going to be involved in the project like from day one, or was it something that sort of happened?
Yeah, well, we kind of wanted to make sure like we got some outside perspectives at some point along the lines. And also, Do You Remember, Rostam co-wrote with us, so that was kind of like that was a really fun thing for us, you know, new. Yeah, it was like a demo that he and I made during like the Discovery recording sessions, and you know, he suggested that I bring it to Ra Ra Riot, and so we finished it as a group, and so he came back to mix it at the end after we were like kind of done putting our spin on it. But Chris Walla, we toured with Death Cab in like the spring of last year, so we kind of got to know him a little bit and hoped that we could, you know, work with him at some point. And yeah, so when we're done recording and all the production that went into it, then we kind of just sent it over and was like, you know, just do your thing, mix it how you want, and like, you know, we'll give you a lot of cues or whatever if you want, or just, you know, you know, highlight what you think is important, and you know, do what you will, kind of just like free mixing. So
Well, I mean, the reason I asked that is like, did it make you sort of, did you guys want to up the bar a little bit? You know, knowing that like we're gonna probably send this to this dude to mix it. You know what I mean? Like we gotta play our asses off. You know what I mean?
I think I'm sure there's a level of that goes into it, but in the same sense, like that's kind of always on the back of your mind when you're writing and playing, because you not only want to write music that fans are gonna like, but you want to write music that musicians and people that you respect are going to listen to, and in turn, you know, respect what you're doing.
Yeah.
There's definitely an aspect to that, but you know, at the same time, you kind of have to stay true to yourself, and you know, and it just kind of clicked. I don't think there was too much of a conscious like, oh, we're doing this, you know, and Rostam's going to get it, and Chris Walla's going to get it, and so, yeah.
So you would have wrote the same kick-ass record either way. Cool. Allie, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Wes, thank you.
hey, thank you.
Nice meeting you guys.
You too.
Totally.
Explore Music wears English Laundry apparel.